was another one of those bum-ass niggas that seem to be everywhere nowadays. They didn't wash, and they didn't seem to be bothered by the stench they created. Even worse, they didn't care who they bothered with their odor. Dorothy tried to breathe around him, and she tried not to look at him. He stepped up to the window and ordered a large order of necks and backs. Dorothy looked up at the menu for the first time, in a long time, and saw 2 different order sizes of necks and backs. The world was coming to that. Po-ass niggas ordering necks and backs. She imagined that one day she would be standing in that line, getting a bucket of necks and backs and thinking it was a good thing. 20 years ago, there was no such thing as a wing dinner, so maybe a bucket of necks and backs wasn't far-fetched. Not far-fetched in the least. 10 minutes later, the wing dinners were ready. Dorothy gathered her bags and headed back up 61st Street. Across the street was that boy everybody knew was a drug dealer. He, his friends, and his fancy-ass car sitting in a vacant lot. It was a damn shame to spend all that money on a car just to sit in a vacant lot with it. Well, he got his mama a big-ass car, too, and she drove all over everywhere in it. Dorothy looked away as a bus passed by her. She turned the corner at Eberhard, her block. It looked the same as it did yesterday, but it was so different from when she was a child. There were lawns when she was a child. Houses were cleaner, and everybody didn't hang out on the front porch. Now, in front of each house, there was a patch of dirt. No point in calling that a lawn. When she was little, she didn't play in front, because it was a lawn. Now there was no lawn, so she said nothing about her grandchildren playing in the dirt. Next door to Dorothy's house was a family that always had somebody pregnant. When they moved in, they were 3 nice girls. Now they had 10 or 11 children among them. They were always on the front porch, them and their little nigger boyfriends, who were always moving in and out of the house. The mother died, and the father lived in the basement or something when he wasn't at the tavern around the corner, trying to get laid. It was a damn shame what was going on in that house, and it was a damn shame Dorothy had to live next door to it. Dorothy's grandchildren were playing with some of the hoodlum children from next door when they saw her. They ran to meet her, especially excited since she was carrying bags. She handed Deshaun the bag with the wing dinners in it. He and Lanika ran into the house. Danny's car was parked in front of the house. She really didn't want to see him or talk to him today. Where the hell did he get a car from anyway? Maybe she did want to see him and find out where that car came from. But not today. Today she just wanted to eat and have a drink or two. Just like yesterday. Dorothy waved at the girls on the porch and went into her house. Regina had the phone stuck to the side of her bed. Talking on the phone and hanging her ass out of some nigger's car seemed to be Regina's forte in life. It obviously wasn't bad enough that she hardly kept up with the 3 children she had, the oldest of whom was getting into more and more trouble. But she wouldn't pay shit on the bills until Dorothy threatened to have the phone cut off. Dorothy rolled her eyes at Regina and continued on into the kitchen. The kids had brought the food in and were all ready to fix plates. They were taking plates out of the dish drainer. "Regina, why didn't you put the goddamn dishes up? Shit, you in the house all day. The least you could do is to clean up. You ain't paying no rent. You don't pay the goddamn bills. Do something to earn your keep around here. Clean the damn house up." Regina looked at her mother and hung the phone up. "Why you coming here hollering and screaming? I just finished washing them from lunch. It ain't like they ain't clean. Why you just finishing the lunch dishes? You should have done them hours ago. I'm tired of coming home to this shit every day. Don't be taking no shit out on me. Regina, long as you in my house, I'll take out on you whatever I want to. Do us both a favor and get out of the kitchen. And just stay out of my way until tomorrow sometime. It'll be the best for both of us. Just let me get my dinner and stay the fuck out of my way." Regina walked by her mother, frowning. Soon after, Dorothy heard the front door slam. She reached into the cabinet and got a glass, put in some ice, poured some vodka, and took a sip. She added some water from the faucet and took another sip. With 3 wings and a handful of almost cold fries, she went into the living room and sat in her chair. The television was about 6 feet in front of her. It was an old floor model, still watchable, though the colors were slightly off, and a green ghost followed everything on the screen. If she ever got the money, she was going to buy one of those big televisions, one with a remote that did everything. The remote she had barely worked, but it didn't really have to.